All right, here we are with the second game getting ready to start. The Blue Devils took the first game 11-7. The lineups for the second game for the Greyhounds. Zaka, the third baseman, now will lead off. The second baseman is Long. The center fielder will bat third and is Skaggs. Evan Long is at second base. Jake Skaggs, the center fielder. Peyton Messenger will be the catcher of this game. Lewis Holt, the right fielder, will bat fifth. Blake Wilson will be the shortstop and bat sixth. Jeff Clark in left field will bat seventh. Batting eighth, the first baseman, Matt Campbell. And Grant Jones will bat ninth, the designated hitter, with Mitchell Siegel on the mound for the Greyhounds. For your Blue Devils, Cole Dawson will lead off at shortstop. Parker Bosserman will be at second base, batting second. Batting third is Brendan Bard, the first baseman. Batting cleanup, Caleb Adams, the center fielder. Batting fifth, the right fielder, Pablo Sanchez. Batting sixth, Peyton McHarg will be in left field. Palmer Hutchison will bat seventh at third base. Batting eighth, Camden Carlin will be behind the plate of the second game. Darius Freeman will be the designated hitter, batting ninth. And Arlen Peters will be on the mound for the Blue Devils in this second game. The Blue Devils took the first one 11-8. We will play a 9-inning game now. And then on Saturday, we'll have a doubleheader down in Fort Scott, Kansas. I will go down, and I do not believe that they have any type of a stream, so we'll just find out what the internet's like down there. If it's good enough, I'll live stream it. If it's not good enough, then I'll do an audio broadcast, and we'll get you something for you to watch and or listen to, hopefully, on Saturday from Fort Scott. The game times are 1 and 4. You know, early in the season, they list them as 1 and 3:30, and then they come back and list them in 4 at 1 and 4. Regardless, about 20 to 30 minutes after the first game is over with, we go to the second game. So we'll take a little bit of a break here. We're almost ready to go. The umpires already have the lineup cards from the coaches. We'll take a short break. We'll be back for this second one. Stay with us. All right, here we go to the top half of the first inning. The Blue Devils will send Arlen Peters to the mound. He has a 4-1 record, has a 4.78 ERA in 30 and a third innings. He is from Schagensfeld, Manitoba. The defense behind him will be the same as the first game. From left to right across the infield, Hutchison, Dawson, Bosserman, and Bard across the outfield, McHarg, Adams, and Sanchez. And I misspoke. There is one difference defensively, and that is Camden Carlin will be behind the plate this year. Buffington and Carlin have platoon caught and been the catchers and getting a little bit of pitching out of Carlin, as you saw in that first game. I believe when Carlin was originally recruited here, it was to be a pitcher, and last year with several injuries and so forth, they ended up needing him to catch, and he did a nice job last year. So Arlen Peters on the mound, Sacco, Long, Skaggs, Messenger, Holt, Wilson, Clark, Campbell, and Jones will be the batting lineup for the Greyhounds. The first game went to the Blue Devils 11-8. And here we are ready to go in this second game. The second game is a scheduled 9-inning game. So here we go. Sacco scheduled to step in. He had a base hit, was 1 for 4 in the first game. He'll step in to face Peters for the first hitter of the game. Takes a little bit low, ball 1, so 1-0 the count on the third baseman this game. He caught the last game, did Sacco. There's a swing and a miss of that fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss of the second pitch. Actually, the third pitch. 1-2 the count. Swing and a miss for the strikeout for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up Long, the second baseman. He was 0 for 3 in the first game, but he did have an RBI sac fly. He'll step in with 1 out and nobody on. Foul ball back to the screen. 0-1 the count on the second baseman, Evan Long. In the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Foul ball back and out of play. Comes a 1-2 pitch, and there's a strike called on the outside corner to sit him down for the second out of the inning. That's going to bring up Skaggs. Skaggs had a couple of base hits and 2 RBI, 2 for 4 in the first game. Swing and a miss of that first pitch. Foul ball out of play. Quickly 0-2. Two outs. Skaggs, the center fielder for the Greyhounds. High and outside. 1-2 the count. Two balls, two strikes, and two outs now. Fly ball to the left side. That's taken care of by Dawson at shortstop. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom half of the first. We'll be back. All right, here we go to the bottom half of the first inning. Dawson, Bosserman, and Bard scheduled up. Dawson had a couple of hits, 2 for 3, and a sac fly for an RBI in the first game. He'll step in to face Mitchell Siegel from Frisco, Texas. He has a 3-1 record with a 7.2 ERA. That's a strike called. 0-1 the count on Dawson. Breaking pitch hit to the third baseman, Sacco, and he has a high throw, so an error on the third baseman. It's going to bring up Bosserman. Bosserman will step in with a runner on first base as Dawson reaches on the miscue by the Greyhounds. That's up high for ball one. Bosserman had a base hit for 2 RBI, had a couple of pop-outs and a ground out. Fly ball to deep right field. Gets in the gap, going to be extra bases. So an RBI triple for Bosserman. Into the left center gap. Gets the Blue Devils on the board quickly. That's going to bring up Bard. Bard will step in for his first at bat against Siegel. Bard had a walk, a hit by a pitch, reached on an error and grounded out to the second baseman in the first game. That's outside, nicely blocked by the catcher Messenger. Excuse me, there's a ball headed into right field. Fly ball tagging and coming for home is Bosserman, so a sac fly for Bard for the RBI. And the Blue Devils have taken a 2-0 lead here in the bottom half of the first inning. So that's going to bring up Adams. Adams will step in. He reached on an error, was hit by a pitch, popped out to the shortstop, and had a sac fly in the first game. There's a ball headed at the third baseman. Sacco up with it this time, right on the money over to Campbell for the 5-3 ground out for the second out of the inning. So that's going to bring up Sanchez. Sanchez will step in with 2 outs. Sanchez had a single, a double, 2 singles, a double. There's a breaking pitch right through there for strike 1 called. Sanchez had 6 RBI with 2 singles and a double in the game. There's a ground ball. See how that scored. That ball just ate up the third baseman. We'll see if he ends up with his second error. Going to be a hit. The ball was just ripped and on the third baseman in no time. So a base hit for Sanchez. That's going to bring up McHarg. McHarg, the left fielder, will step in on the left-handed side. McHarg had a base hit, a pop out, 2 pop outs, and a hit by a pitch in the first game. That misses for ball 1. 1-0 the count. Runner at second base. 2 out. Double by Sanchez. Nicely blocked by the catcher Messenger. Two and 0 the count. And there's a hit by a pitch. So 2 outs, and that's going to bring up Palmer Hutchison, the third baseman. He struck out, had a walk, and a couple of pop-outs. Once on the infield, once to the outfield. So 0 for 3 in the first game. He'll step in with 2 outs and runners at first and second base. Breaking pitch, sails outside for 1-0 the count. Sacco, Wilson, Long, Campbell from left to right across the infield. Clark, Skaggs, and Holt across the outfield left to right with Messenger behind the plate and Siegel on the mound. That's inside. Two and 0 the count. On the third baseman, Palmer Hutchison. That's up high, ball 3. It's a good leave right there. 3-0 the count, 2 outs, runners at first and second base, 2 runs in so far. That's ball 4. So Hutchison reaches on a base on balls to load the bases. That's going to bring up Camden Carlin. Carlin will get his first at bat on the day. He pitched in the first game, but he is catching here in the second game. Carlin starts the day batting an even 200. He will step in with 2 outs, but the bases are full of Blue Devils. Currently, he will face there's a strike right through there. Face Siegel. 1-0 the count. 0-1 the count. Breaking pitch makes it back to the strike zone again. So 0-2 the count. Anything close here, Carlin needs to be swinging. Foul ball on the outside part of the plate and spoiled it back up over the net. We'll do the 0-2 again. Bases loaded, 2 outs, Carlin at the plate, 2 runs in thus far. Foul ball. Another foul ball where it hit a mask and it went off, but it went off the mask and then got the umpire. So he has decided he's okay. So we'll do the 0-2 again. Carlin, the catcher here in the second game for the Blue Devils. Siegel on the mound for the Greyhounds. Breaking pitch is going to be a wild pitch, and Sanchez is going to score on the wild pitch. Couldn't get blocked by the catcher, Messenger. So now runners at second and third. Another one-handed play made down there by Coach Goldbeck at third. When my number 3 son Tanner was playing here, and Coach was the assistant coach, he was the infield coach at the time when Tanner was here. Coach is 6 foot quite a little bit. How tall is he, Jace? Think he's 6'6"? 6'5", 6'6". Pretty tall for an infielder. 2-2 the count now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Swing and a miss for the final out of the inning. So the Blue Devils here in the bottom of the first get 3 runs on 2 hits. We go to the bottom half of, the top of the second inning. Blue Devils leading 3-0. We'll be back. All right, here we go to the top half of the second inning. Messenger, Holt, and Wilson scheduled up. Messenger had a walk and had a base hit, 1 for 3 in the first game. So pop up over toward the first base side, and Bard gives way to Bosserman, who takes that for the first out of the inning. So that's going to bring up Holt. Holt will step in on the left-handed side. Holt had a walk, a strikeout, a base hit, and a flyout in the first game. That misses a little bit low. 1-0 the count. There's a strike called. I think the first pitch was closer to a strike than that one, in my opinion. But nonetheless, the first one ruled low. That one ruled at the top edge of the zone for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. There's a line smash hit, 1 hopper to Bard. Bard goes over and steps on the base to take care of that for the second out of the inning. That's going to bring up Wilson. Wilson will step in with 2 outs and nobody on. Wilson had a couple of pop-outs, fly-outs to the outfield, a strikeout and a pop-out to the infield. He'll step in with 2 outs and nobody on. That's low for ball 1. 1-0 the count on the shortstop, Blake Wilson. Outside, ball 2. Peters back to the mound for another inning of work for the Blue Devils. There's a strike called outside corner at the knees. Two balls, 1 strike. It's a ground ball backhanded by Dawson. Plants and throws the 1 hopper. And going to call him safe. Said he did not make a move towards second base. See if that scored a hit or an error. He had to go to his right and get the backhand. Jordy put up the hit. I didn't see that. Thank you, Jace. So a base hit for Wilson, a 2-out hit for him. That's going to bring up Clark. Clark will step in on the left-handed side. He had a 2-run home run in the first game. There's a strike called. So foul ball back to the screen. Jeff Clark, the left fielder, steps in. 0-2 the count now on him. That misses just a little bit outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 9-inning scheduled game. The Blue Devils won the first one 11-8. It was a 7-inning affair. 1-2 the count. There's a throw over to first. Nothing going on over there. Comes the 1-2 from Peters. A little bit low. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Blue Devils with a 2-run lead here in the top of the second inning. In the dirt. So 3-2 the count. The runner at first. Bard will move back and play behind the runner. The runner will be off with the pitch once he's sure it's going to the plate. Runner goes. The high fly ball over on the third base side. Dawson's going to actually, Hutchison is going to go ahead and take it from Dawson only because he's so much taller than Dawson. That's the third out of the inning on a pop out in foul territory to Hutchison. So they get a base hit, but no runs do the Greyhounds. We go to the bottom half of the second inning. Blue Devils leading 3-0. I'll be back. All right, to the bottom half of the second inning we go. Freeman, Dawson, Bosserman scheduled up for the Blue Devils. Freeman was 1 for 2 in the last game, had a sac bunt and a base on balls. 1-0 the count to Freeman. Squares to bunt, fouls it away. Jace up here in the press box watching my outfield view up on a TV screen that we've got up above. Helps him be able to tell those low balls and strikes. That's outside. 2-1 the count. He's looking at that same view that you're looking at right now. There's a foul backing out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the designated hitter, Darius Freeman. Cued that one, just foul. Pardon?
Good spoil. Fought off a tough pitch.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Freeman. He leads off here in the bottom half of the second inning for the Blue Devils. Breaking pitch stays up high. 3-2 the count now. Siegel on the mound for the Greyhounds. It's another foul ball over the third base dugout. We'll do the 3-2 again. Ball into left field. Clark's going to take care of that for the out. I missed a run I need to get our third run up there. I didn't get that. And Jace didn't catch me either. He got a chance. So back to the top of the order is Dawson. Dawson reached on an error his last time up. Dawson is from Russellville, Arkansas. He's up there with one out, nobody on. That ball misses a little bit low. 2-0 the count on the Blue Devils shortstop, Cole Dawson. There's a strike called. 2-1 the count. Outside. 3-1 the count. Siegel is from Frisco, Texas. Inside ball 4. So a one-out walk issued to Dawson. That's going to bring up Bosserman. Bosserman is from Oak Grove, Missouri, went to Grain Valley High School. There's a strike called. Outside corner at the knees. Foul ball over toward the third base dugout where the Blue Devils are located. Oh, and 2 the count on the second baseman, Parker Bosserman. Swinging a miss of that high fastball for the second out of the inning. It's going to bring up Bard. Bard is from Kansas City, Kansas. Went to Piper High School. He'll step in with 2 outs and a runner at first base. Nicely blocked that pitch outside and in the dirt by the catcher, Messenger. Comes the 1-0 pitch. Fly. The fly ball lifted to right field. Lewis Holt comes in to take care of that. No runs, no hits in the inning. We go to the top of the third. The Blue Devils leading 3-0. I'll be back. To the top of the third we go. Peters back for another inning of work. Campbell, Jones, and then back to the top of the order in Sacco. There's a high fly ball to deep left center, and that ball is going to be out of here for a home run for Matt Campbell. Campbell had a couple of base hits, a strikeout, and a fly ball to center field. But he put that one out to get the Greyhounds on the board. Swing and a miss of that pitch. Grant Jones, the designated hitter, up there. Inside all the way back to the screen. Jones started the day batting .321. He had a pinch hit appearance in the first game. That ball misses 2-1 the count. That's outside, ball 3. So 3-1. Peters falls behind the number 9 hitter, Grant Jones. That's ball 4, low and inside. So the home run, then the walk. We go back to the top of the order and Brady Sacco. Sacco is from Magnolia, Texas. That ball has a lot of movement, called a strike. I thought it was in the dirt, but I thought I got one of these. We'll check it, Jace, but I thought sure. That one's a little bit low. We'll see if he gives us a... One and one.
I guess I didn't see that.
Well, it was really late. There's a swing and a miss. It was after you'd already done your job, and then he put it out there. 3-1 the score. Top half of the third inning, second game of the day. 9-inning affair. There's a throw over to first, back in safely is Jones. Hutchison, Dawson, Bosserman, Bard from left to right across the infield. McHarg, Adams, and Sanchez across the outfield. Carlin behind the plate. Peters on the mound. That misses low and outside. 2-2 the count. Swing and a miss for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up Long. Long was called out on strikes his first time up. Evan Long, he's from Nixa, Missouri. He'll step in with 1 out and 1 on. Way outside. That's going to plug the gap and be off the wall. So extra base is going to have. Ball gets away from the catcher, but a nice job by the pitcher to back to keep the runner at second base. So an RBI double. With the home run, that's the third hit. So an RBI double for Evan Long makes it a 3-2 game. Outside for ball one. That brings up Skaggs. Skaggs popped out to the shortstop his last time up. Want to know the count? There's a strike right through there. Strike called. There's a ground ball headed at Bard. Bard grabs that and steps on the bag for the second out of the inning. Runner moves to third base. That's going to bring up Messenger. Messenger is from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. He'll step in with 2 outs and a runner at third. In the dirt, blocked nicely by Carlin. Messenger popped out to the second baseman his last time out. Foul ball backing out of play. One ball, one strike, 2 outs. Messenger at the plate, way outside. Two balls and a strike to the catcher of this second game. Messenger and Sacco swapped from third to catcher to third. I missed a little bit low. Looked pretty good from up here. 3-1 the count. Two outs, runner at third base. There's a base hit into center field. So an RBI base hit up the middle for the catcher to tie this thing up. That makes it 3-3. That's going to bring up Holt. Holt is the right fielder. Holt is from Mailani, Hawaii. Takes ball one. So a 2-out RBI hit. There's a swing and a miss. A 2-out RBI for Peyton Messenger. One ball, one strike. There's a swing and a miss. Messenger at first. 3 runs in the inning, lead-off home run, then a double by Long and Messenger, a single for a couple more RBI to make it 3. It's a ground ball headed at Bosserman. He underhands it over to Dawson for the 4-6 fielder's choice to end the inning. So 3 runs on 3 hits for the Greyhounds to tie this thing up. We go to the bottom half of the 4th inning, all tied up at 3. To the bottom of the 3rd we go. The top of the 3rd, the Greyhounds put up a 3 spot to tie it up. That's going to bring up Adams, Sanchez, and McHarg. Adams is from Leavenworth, Kansas, went to Lansing High School. He'll step in to lead off the bottom of the 3rd for the Blue Devils. Check swing, ruled a strike. 0-1 the count. Breaking pitch outside and in the dirt. 1-1. Foul ball backing out of play. 1-2 the count. Adams grounded out to the 3rd baseman his last time up. A little bit low. Two balls, 2 strikes. Strike 3 called. That's going to bring up Sanchez. Sanchez is from Sidra, Puerto Rico. He had a double his last time up. He's up there with 1 out and nobody on. There's a strike called outside corner at the knees. All knotted up at 3 here. The Blue Devils with 3 in the 1st. And the Greyhounds with 3 in their half of the 3rd. Tied at 3. Breaking pitch outside and in the dirt. It's outside and high. Well, outside for sure. 2-1 on the right fielder, Pablo Sanchez. It's going to be strike 2 called outside corner at the belt. Siegel in his third inning of work for the Greyhounds. The fly ball headed into right field, coming hard. And called safe in right field. Holt kind of acted as if he had caught that, but the home plate umpire was calling safe immediately, having a one-hopper on it. So Sanchez with back-to-back doubles. A one-out double there. Coach is going to come out and visit a little bit about this one. Coach at home plate immediately was doing the safe signal, thought that it was on a short hop. So the double into the right field corner. That's going to bring up McHarg. McHarg was hit by a pitch his last time up. He's the left fielder. He will step in with a runner at second base and one out. Way out in front of that one. Foul down the first base line. 0-1 the count. There's strike 2 called. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 1 on. 3-3 tie. Three runs on 5 hits for the Greyhounds, 3 runs on 3 hits for the Blue Devils. Swing and a miss of that pitch for the strikeout and the second out of the inning. That's going to bring up Hutchison. Hutchison is from Hayes, Kansas. He'll step in with 2 outs and a runner at second base. Foul ball headed down the third base line. Coach Goldbeck was preoccupied with the runner at second base, so wasn't worried so much about fielding his position. (0-1) the count on Palmer Hutchison. Breaking pitch. Breaks outside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bottom of the third action, all knotted up at 3. Hutchison could change that with something on the outfield grass. Swing and a miss, though. 1-2 the count. Comes the 1-2 from Siegel. Inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Hutchison at the plate. Ground ball to the third baseman, Sacco, over to Campbell for the 5-3 ground out. No runs on one hit. For the Blue Devils, we go to the top of the fourth inning, all tied up at 3. All right, here we go to the top of the fourth inning. Wilson, Clark, and Campbell scheduled up for the Greyhounds. Wilson is from Castle Pines, Colorado. Peters back for another inning of work. Swing and a miss of the first pitch. Peters back for his fourth inning of work. Outside and all the way back to the screen. One and one the count. Wilson, the shortstop. Blake Wilson. Way up high. 2-1 the count. High, deep fly ball to left field. And that is a home run by Blake Wilson. So Wilson puts the Greyhounds up by 1 with that home run. So that's going to bring up Clark. Clark, the left fielder. Clark is from Irving, Texas. Swing and a miss of that first pitch. Strike inside corner, strike called. 0-2 the count quickly on the left fielder, Jeff Clark. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. That's going to bring up Campbell. Matt Campbell, the first baseman. He's from Fort Scott, Kansas. Hometown boy on the team for the Fort Scott Community College Blue Devils. He had a home run to center field his last time up. Misses outside. 1-0 the count. Swing and a miss of that pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Out in front of that breaking pitch. Fouls it away. 1-2 the count. Swing and a miss. Got away from Carlin, but he throws it down to Bard for the strikeout to record the out. So after the home run, back-to-back strikeouts. That's going to bring up Jones, the designated hitter. Grant Jones is from Joplin, Missouri. He'll step in with 2 outs and nobody on. Misses low and outside. Greyhounds took a 1-run lead on the leadoff home run by Blake Wilson. Foul ball out of play down the left field line. Just misses 2-1 the count. Foul ball off the fist. Back to the screen. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Another foul, just like the one before. We'll do it again. Comes the wind and the 2-2 from Peters. Misses a little bit outside and low. Foul ball down the left field line. That'll be in the bullpen area. We'll do the 3-2 again. Comes the wind and the 3-2. Just misses a little bit inside. So a home run, back-to-back strikeouts, then a walk. Back to the top of the order with Sacco. He's struck out twice in this game. Runner at first, 2 outs. In the dirt, nicely blocked by Carlin. Strike called inside corner. Throw over to first. Nice easy lob over there. Nothing going on. It's a foul ball just down the line over the bounding Bard, but foul. Runner goes. Foul. Coming over to take a look at that is Carlin and Hutchison. We'll do the 1-2 again. Top of the fourth inning action. Scheduled 9-inning game. It's a ball headed to deep left field. That could be trouble. And it's going to be up against the fence. Going to be an RBI double for Sacco. It's going to make it 5-3 for the Greyhounds. So that's going to bring up Long. He's been called out on strikes and had an RBI double. He'll step in with 2 outs and a runner at second base. Ball 1. Misses outside. 2-0 the count. Going to get a visit to the mound. We'll see if any changes are going to be made. 2 runs in the inning so far to take a 5-3 lead. Have the Greyhounds. We'll be back. Visit to the mound is over. 2-0 the count. That's outside, ball 3. Strike called. Outside corner. 3-1 the count. So a 2-out walk with a runner at second. That's going to bring up Skaggs. We're going to get a pitching change. Everybody stay with us. Hey, if you like what you see here, subscribe to the channel. Ring that notification bell so whenever we go live, it'll let you know. Give us a thumbs up. Get as many views as we can for these Blue Devils. Besides that, if you like what you see, Coach Golbeck pays exclusively for this and the athletic department out of fundraiser money. If you'd like to give, go to fortees.com. There's several ways to donate. If you'd like, that's fine. If not, enjoy the view. We'll be back. All right, the pitching change has been made. William Hahn comes in. He is from Olathe, went to Olathe West High School. 2-0 record, 2.51 ERA in 14 and a third innings pitched. Skaggs has popped out to the shortstop and hit a wicked one hopper, two barred for a 3 unassisted ground out. There's strike one called. Runners at first and second. 0-1 the count, 2 outs. In the dirt, blocked by Carlin, gets away a bit, but not enough for the runners to move up. Jake Skaggs, the center fielder, in on the left-handed side. Greyhounds lead 5-3 as they bat here in the top of the fourth. Wow. Check swing ruled a ball. Two and one the count. Misses low and inside. 3-1 the count. Foul ball backing into the screen. Three and two the count. Fort Scott Greyhounds with a 5-3 lead here in the top of the fourth. There's a ball headed into left field and makes a nice running play, does McHarg. So 2 runs on 2 hits in the inning for the Greyhounds. We go to the bottom half of the fourth inning. Blue Devils trailing the Greyhounds 5-3. We'll be back. All right, to the bottom of the fourth inning we go. Blue Devils down 5-3. Carlin, Freeman, Dawson scheduled up for the Blue Devils. Carlin struck out his first time up in this one. Misses inside, ball one. 1-0 the count on the catcher, Camden Carlin. Ball headed to the left field. Got him turned around. That's going to be extra bases for Carlin. Carlin cruises into second with a lead-off double to the fence in left field. So that's going to bring up Freeman. Freeman flew out to left field his first time up. He'll step in with Carlin in scoring position, and the Blue Devils down by 2, 5-3 to the Greyhounds of Fort Scott. Calls it a foul. Freeman is from Kansas City, Kansas, went to Shawnee Mission Northwest. On one the count on him. Strike called on the outside corner. Quickly 0-2 the count on the designated hitter, Darius Freeman. Ball headed down the left field line. That's going to be up against the fence. Into second base with a double down the left field line. So back-to-back doubles into left field. And back to the top of the order, and Cole Dawson. Dawson has reached on an error. He's walked. He'll be up there with bunt in hand, possibly. Jace doesn't think so. Runners at second and third. Nobody out. So back-to-back doubles, but couldn't score. Could Carlin because he had to wait. Base hit. So Jace is right so far on the non-bunt. Strike one. May come back with it now. Jace says no. 5-3. Greyhounds lead. Carlin at third, Freeman at second. Dawson at the plate. There's a hit by a pitch. That's going to load it up. Going to get a visit to the mound. We'll see if there's any changes made when we come back. Blue Devils are trailing by 2. They've got the bases loaded with nobody out and Bosserman at the plate. Stay with us. We'll be back. All right, the visit to the mound is over. Carlin at third, Freeman at second, Dawson at first, Bosserman at the plate. Bosserman had an RBI triple and a strikeout in this game. Now we see where the mud is. That's up high for ball one. That'd be sweet. Jace is calling for a grand salami here. Bosserman in tight on the plate, bases loaded, nobody out. That's down low, so 2-0 the count. Siegel in his fourth inning of work for Fort Scott. Time asked for by Bosserman and granted. He caught me. I don't have the bases loaded up on the board in the upper left-hand corner. It is now. There's a base hit. That's going to score one, and it's going to score two. So the base hit scores run, and then the ball gets away. But nonetheless, Bosserman with the base hit then moves to second. Now we're going to get a pitching change. So that ties the score at 5. Bosserman with the double, probably a single, and then moved up on an error, but we don't have to be that official with it. We're going to get a pitching change. Still nobody out. Tied at 5. We'll get a pitching change. We'll be back. Hey, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We'll be back. Pitching change has been made for the Greyhounds. Landon Wingingham comes in. He's 1-1 record, 2.45 ERA, 7 1/3 innings pitched. He is from Hazlet, Texas. He will face Brendan Bard. Bard there's a nice block by the catcher Messenger. Bard had a sac fly in the first inning, then flew out to right field. 1-0 the count. That's high and outside. Not sure if Brendan's going to get anything to hit here, but I don't know that that's really in your favor to give way. Do a little paperwork here and get this score tied up. Hadn't done that yet. 2-0 the count. 3-0 the count now. See if Brendan has the green light here. I'm guessing he does. For sure with the... Jay says there's a take coming here. We'll find out. Here comes the 3-0. There's a strike called outside corner. 3-1 the count. Strike 2 called. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Dawson at third, Bosserman at second. Outside, ball 4. So that's going to bring up Adams. Adams will step in with nobody out. And he will face Wingingham. Wingingham on in relief of Siegel. Bases full of Blue Devils, nobody out. Adams has grounded out to the third baseman and been called out on strikes. That ball falls a little bit low, 1-0 the count. Blue Devils with an opportunity to take a sizable lead here. We're all tied at 5, but the bases are loaded with nobody out. Breaks outside. 2-0 the count. Gapper would be a lot more fun. 2-0 the count. There's a strike right through there. Two balls and a strike, nobody out. Bases loaded for the Blue Devils. Swing and a miss of that high heater. So down in the count, 2-0 was Wingingham, and he's come back to make it 2-2. Adams wanting to get some kind of contact here. Strike 3 called. So that's going to bring up Sanchez. Sanchez has an RBI double, followed up with another double. So back-to-back doubles for Sanchez. He's going to step in with the bases loaded and 1 out now to face Wingingham on in relief of Siegel. Swing and a miss of that fastball. Not necessarily a bad thing to get a little bit of timing. Was behind that. Get things started a little sooner now. 0-1 the count. There's a ground ball Going to get into left field off the glove of Bard's going to try for home, and Bard is going to be safe. So Sanchez with the RBI base hit. He gets 2 RBI on that. Then the third one will be on an error. But it does make for a total of 8 either way. And Sanchez ends up at second base. That's going to bring up McHarg. Strike to McHarg. He's been hit by a pitch and struck out. There's a strike called so quickly, 0-2 the count. On the lefty, McHarg. 8-5, runner at second base, 1 out. McHarg would like to get something on the outfield grass to get Sanchez home. There's low, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. There's a hit by that pitch. So McHarg hit by a pitch twice. That's going to bring up Palmer Hutchison. Runner at first and second. 1 out. Palmer Hutchison at the plate. He's had a walk and a ground out to the third baseman. We certainly don't want to hit a hard ground ball to the third baseman here. There's a strike called, but I would like for him to hit the ball hard somewhere. 0-1 the count. Wingingham on in relief. There's a ball headed to deep left field. That's going to be sized up by Clark. Clark's going to take care of that. And the Blue Devils have batted around here in the inning. So back to the top, back to Carlin, who started this thing off with a double. 2 outs now. There's a strike called. 0-1 the count. Eight to 5 the score. Stayed up a little bit high. Blue Devils with a 5 spot here. That's up high. 5 runs in the inning to make it 8-5. Pop up, backing out over behind us, out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on. Runners go out in the dirt. So the bases were actually stolen before The ball was in the dirt. There's a line drive down the left field line. Strike 3 called on Carlin. So 5 runs on 4 hits for the Blue Devils. They take an 8-5 lead at the end of 4 full innings. We go to the top of the 5th. Blue Devils leading by 3. We'll be back. All right. To the top of the 5th we go. Blue Devils up 8-5. Scheduled up for the Greyhounds, Messenger, Holt, and Wilson. Messenger has popped out to second base and had an RBI base hit. Just misses a little bit. Looked good from here. Nonetheless, ruled a ball. 1-0 the count on the catcher, Messenger. Outside. 2-0 the count. Breaking pitch right through there. Strike called. 2-1 the count. In the dirt. 3-1. There's ball 4, so a leadoff walk issued to the catcher, Messenger. It's going to bring up Lewis Holt. He's grounded out unassisted to first base and hit into a fielder's choice. Bosserman to Dawson. Carlin with a nice play just out of sight of the camera down the left field line for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up Wilson. Runner at first base. Wilson's had a base hit and a home run, so 2 for 2 in this second game. Throw over to first, nothing going on over there. Back in safely is Messenger. Hard hit ball right at Dawson here for a 6-4-3. Would be a great way to end this top half of the fifth inning. 9 innings scheduled game. Blue Devils took the first one 11-8. In the dirt, blocked nicely by Carlin. Fly out to deep left center to Adams. It's a second out of the inning. It's going to bring up Clark. Clark has popped out in foul territory to the third baseman Hutchison and struck out. That misses way outside, 1-0. Messenger at first base. Be a good place to just leave him and go to bat. There's a throw over, nothing going on over there. Want to know the count? There's a strike right through there. Catches the inside corner. One ball, one strike, 2 outs. Runner at first base. High fly ball over here behind first. Going down to check that out is Bosserman and Bard, but it's into the bullpen of the Greyhounds. One and two the count. Ooh, looked pretty good. Just sailed a little bit low at the last second, I believe. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Took a little off of that one, struck him out. So a leadoff base on balls is stranded. No runs on, no hits. We go to the bottom half of the fifth inning. Blue Devils leading 8-5. Stay with us. We'll be back. Wingingham back for another inning of work for the Greyhounds. Darius Freeman scheduled up. Then Dawson and Bosserman if no changes are made. Freeman's flew out to left field and had a double into the left field corner this game. It's a high fly ball into center field. Skaggs didn't move much at all for that first out of the inning. So we go back to the top of the order. It's going to bring up Dawson. Dawson's reached on an air, walked, and been hit by a pitch. He'll step in with one out, nobody on, with the Blue Devils leading 8-5 as they bat here in the bottom of the fifth. Strike inside corner. 0-1 the count. Strike called, top part of the zone, outside corner. Quickly 0-2 the count on Cole Dawson, the shortstop. Ball out of play down the left field line. We'll do the 0-2 again. Curveball goes outside. 1-2 the count. Freeman flies out to center field for the first out of the inning. Dawson up there. There's a ground ball headed at the second baseman. Long up with it and over to Campbell for the 4-3 ground out. That's going to bring up Bosserman. Bosserman had an RBI triple, a strikeout, and a 2 RBI double. So 2 extra base hits with 3 RBI for Bosserman in this game. Strike 1. Way outside. 1-1 the count on the second baseman, Bosserman. In the dirt. Two balls and a strike. In the dirt. 3-1 the count. Foul ball back and out of play. So the count goes full. Swing and a miss of that high heater. 3 up, 3 down for the Blue Devils. We go to the top of the 6th inning. Blue Devils lead 8-5. We'll be back. William Hahn back for another inning of work. Scheduled up to face him, Campbell, Jones, and back to the top of the order, Zacco. Swing and a miss. Campbell with a home run in the third. Strikeout in the fourth. His 2 at-bats so far in this one. Deep hit there. That's another ball that's out of here. So another home run for Matt Campbell, the first baseman. Makes it 8-6. It's going to bring up Grant Jones, the designated hitter. Jones has a couple of walks in this one. He'll step in after the home run by Campbell. There's a strike right through there. Top of the 6th inning action. 2-run lead now for the Blue Devils. That's low and outside. 1-1 the count. There's a strike right through there. In the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Foul ball down the left field line and out of play. Another foul ball, just about exactly like the one before. Staying alive is Grant Jones. Just misses a little bit outside. 3-2 the count. There's ball 4. So a leadoff home run, then a walk. Back to the top of the order to Brady Zacca. He's the third baseman. He's had 2 strikeouts and an RBI double in this one. Ball gets away a little bit, but Jones hung at first base, didn't want to chance it. 8-6 the lead for the Blue Devils. One and one the count. Hahn on in relief of Peters. Peters went 3 2/3 of an inning. Stays high and outside. There's another ball headed for the scoreboard, actually over the scoreboard. a 2-run home run to tie this thing up. So 8-8 now. Still nobody out here in the top of the 6th. 3 runs in. A home run, a walk, and a home run. That's going to bring up Evan Long. There's a strike. Strike called. He was called out on strikes. Had an RBI double, then a walk. One and one. Outside, 2 and 1. Stays inside, 3 and 1. I may end up getting that foul ball when, well, no, there's somebody else looking. It's just further up on the hill behind the scoreboard. I may end up getting that ball when I get my center field camera. There's ball 4. So home run, base on balls, home run, base on balls. Going to get a visit to the mound. We'll see if we get a change. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Blue Devils all tied up at 8 with the Greyhounds. All right, the pitching change has been made. Nate Uglialoro, 1-0 record, 1.54 ERA, 11 2/3 of an inning pitched, and he is from McKinney, Texas. He will face Skaggs for the first time. Skaggs has popped out to the shortstop to left field and had a hard-hit ground ball to Bard at third base for a 3 unassisted ground out. Runner at first base, still nobody out here in the inning. There's a swing and a miss of that first pitch. 4 strike 1. Top of the 6th inning action. There's a throw over to first. Nothing going on over there. 3 runs in the inning so far. Another throw over to first. A slap tag on there, but a little too late. Still 0-1 the count. Outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Need a hard hit ground ball right here at Bosserman and get a 4-6-3 to get these bases cleared off with 2 outs. There is a 2-run home run to put the Greyhounds ahead by 2. Up onto the second level up there in the outfield. So 10-8 now. That's going to bring up Peyton Messenger, the catcher. Outside ball 1. Messenger's popped out to second base, had an RBI base hit, and reached on a base on balls in this one. There's a breaking pitch right through there for strike. 1-1 the count. 5 runs in the inning, still nobody out. The high pop up into shallow. Center field. Who made the play? It did drop. I just saw him pick up. So a base hit. Everybody converged on it. So now a runner at first base, and that's going to bring up Holt. Holt is grounded out to first base. Been out on a fielder's choice and popped out in foul territory to the catcher. There's a ground ball headed at. So we get the out at second base, but on the transfer, he doesn't get a hold of it. So a fielder's choice for a 5-4 to get the first out of the inning. So that's going to bring up Wilson. Wilson's had a base hit, a home run, and a fly out to center field. Breaking pitch outside. The way the Blue Devils can score runs, there's no reason to panic here. They're down 2. Top of the 6th inning. There's a strike called. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. Ball hit it into left field. Mick Hard will take care of that, get it back in quickly for the second out of the inning. So Jeff Clark, the left fielder, will come up. He's popped out in foul territory to Hutchison, then a couple of strikeouts after that. We could use another strikeout right here. 2 outs. Lays down a bunt. Off the mound to get it is the pitcher, Ugly Aloro. And down to Bard. So 5 runs in on the inning. 4 hits. 5 runs on 4 hits. And the Greyhounds take a 10-8 lead as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. We'll be back. All right, the pitching change has been made. Jet Feltman comes in to pitch. He's from Conroe, Texas. He has a 2-2 record, 4.20 ERA in 15 innings pitched. First pitch to Bard is a strike. There's a ball headed into center field. On the run over to take care of that is Jake Skaggs. So that's going to bring up Caleb Adams. Adams has grounded out to the third baseman and been called out on strikes a couple of times. He'll face Feltman for the first time. Jet Feltman. It's inside, ball 1. Both teams with a young man with a first name named Jet. That ball is likely to be out of here and is. So just like that, the lead is cut in half by the home run of Caleb Adams. So now it's 10-9. That's going to bring up Sanchez. Sanchez has 2 doubles and a single in this game. He takes ball 1. Now he takes ball 2. Foul ball down the first baseline. That's taken care of by Campbell. It's the second out of the inning. So that's going to bring up McHarg. McHarg will step in. Foul ball right back at us for strike 1. 10-9 now, bottom of the 6th inning action. McHarg's been hit by a pitch twice in this game and struck out. Quickly down in the count, 0-2. Time is out. Oh and 2 to McHarg, 2 down. Swing and a miss. So the Blue Devils get 1 run on 1 hit. Close the gap to 1. We go to the top of the 7th inning. Blue Devils trail 10-9 to the Fort Scott Greyhounds. Stay with us. We'll be back. Top of the 7th. Clark, Campbell, and Jones scheduled up for the Greyhounds. Uglialora Loro back up on the mound. Throws ball 1. Breaking pitch stays up. 2-0 the count. Foul back and over the top of us. Two balls and a strike. There's a swing and a miss, so 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Be nice to get that first hitter out in the inning. Pop up into center field. Adams takes care of that for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up Campbell. Campbell has a home run, a strikeout, and a home run in this one. He'll step in to face Uglialoro. Outside ball 1. There's a strike right through there. 1-1 the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 1 run lead for the Greyhounds over the Blue Devils. There's a strike right through there. 1-2. It's up high. Two balls, two strikes, and an out to Matt Campbell, the first baseman. That's a strike called out. He's been pretty consistent with that high strike call out for both teams. So 2 outs now. That's going to bring up Jones. Jones has walked 3 times in this game as the designated hitter. He'll step in with 2 outs and nobody on. There's a strike right through there. 0-1 the count. There's a ground ball. Bard's up with it. Tosses over to Uglialoro, covering for the final out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors in the inning. We go to the bottom half of the 7th. The Blue Devils trail by 1. We'll be back. All right, here we go to the bottom half of the 7th inning. Palmer Hutchison, he's walked, grounded out, lined out to the left fielder. Looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter after Palmer Hutchison. There's a strike right through there. Strike called. It's a swing and a miss. So 0-2 the count. Brock Stewart. There's a foul. We'll do the 0-2 again. Brock Stewart in the on-deck circle is going to get a pinch hit appearance, it looks. Foul ball backing out of play. We'll do the 0-2 again. Palmer Hutchison, the third baseman, leading off the bottom half of the 7th inning for the Blue Devils. There's a base hit into left field. Just muscled that outside pitch and went ahead and took it to left. That's going to bring up Brock Stewart with his pinch hit attempt. Brock Stewart from Gardner. He went to Gardner Edgerton High School. He'll step in for his first at bat of the day with a runner at first and nobody out. Takes ball 1. Misses outside. First game, that ball's a strike. 2-0 the count. Not saying it's wrong, just saying it's a different strike zone. 2-0 the count. Foul ball backing over the top of us. 2-1 the count. Blue Devils trail by 1, batting here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Scheduled 9-inning game. First game was a 7. Blue Devils took it 11-8. There's a strike called. Reaching out and just fouls that one away so we don't get rung up. So we'll do the 2-2 again. Stays up high. Zacco, Wilson, Long, and Campbell across the infield, left to right. Clark, Skaggs, and Holt across the outfield. Messenger behind the plate. On the mound, Jet Feltman. There's a foul back and out of play. We'll do the 3-2 again. Runner at first base, Hutchison, after the base hit in the leading off this bottom of the 7th. There's a ball headed into left field. So back-to-back base hits into left field. And that's going to bring up Freeman. See if we get a pinch runner. And I believe we will. Going to get a visit to the mound as well. Pinch runner at first base. Jace, help me with that number down there. Pardon? Lee Allen Jr., so number 32, is going to pinch run at first base. So runners at first and second. The go-ahead run is at first. The tying run at second base. Nobody out. Blue Devils trying to get this thing tied back up. The Greyhounds trying to keep it a 1-run lead for them. All right, nobody out. That's going to bring up Freeman. Darius Freeman's been out on a fly, had a double into the left field corner, and out on a fly to center field. See what we get here. See if we get the sack bunt or the bunt hit. Squares. The first baseman, Campbell, is coming hard right down the barrel of that one if Freeman would happen to turn on one right back at him. But he did square the bunt. 1-0 the count. The bunt is down. Gonna go over to third with that and throws it into left field. So the sack bunt attempt, the pitcher throws the ball into left field. That's going to be an error. Error on the pitcher, the throw, and 3-run score, 2-run score. I was a bit optimistic there, wasn't I? There's a swing and a miss. So the Blue Devils up 11-10. I got a little excited there. Sorry about that. I was thinking a one-run lead, though. There's a swing and a miss of the first pitch. There's a foul ball. So back to the top of the order. Dawson has reached on an air, walked, been hit by a pitch, and grounded out to the second baseman. The Greyhounds in at the grass. There's a swing and a miss for the strikeout. So one out now. That's going to bring up Bosserman. Bosserman's had an RBI triple, a strikeout, a 2 RBI double, and another strikeout. There's a swing and a miss of that pitch. Freeman at third base. There's a ball headed into right center, a diving play made by the center fielder, but tagging and scoring. So a sac fly from Bosserman on a very nice diving play by the center fielder, Skaggs. But another run scores for the Blue Devils. So 12-10 now. That's outside. Barnes had a sac fly, 2 fly outs and a walk in this one. He's up there with 2 outs and nobody on. Jet Feltman on in relief. There's a line drive past Coach Golbeck. 1-2 the count. Blue Devils have taken the 12-10 lead. It's outside. It's not often you bunt a ball and you end up getting to sprint all the way to third base. Breaking pitch stayed a little bit inside. That thing had some sharp break on it. Almost made it back to the zone, but not quite. 3-2 the count. There's a ball headed to deep left field. That's going to be up against the fence. Bart is going to cruise into second with a double. That's going to bring up Adams. Adams will step in with 2 outs and Bart at second base. Blue Devils with a 12-10 lead. Adams has grounded out, a couple of called out on strikes, and then had a solo home run in the 7th inning. That ball's called a strike. Caleb with quite the look of, are you kidding me? But nonetheless, not showing a lot of emotion, which I like. 0-1 the count. There's a ball headed to deep left field. And that ball is out of here for the 2-run home run by Adams. That makes it 14-10. I'm not sure that any lead is safe for either of these two teams right now. 14-10. And that's going to bring up Sanchez. Sanchez has 2 doubles, a single, and a fly out. Takes ball 1. There's a strike right through there. 1-1 the count. There's a foul ball back to the screen. 1-2 the count. Bottom of the 7th inning, the Blue Devils have put up a 5 spot to go from being down to being up 4. There's a ball in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The crazy game of baseball, it can go back and forth. Breaking pitch, stayed with it and fouled it away, did Sanchez. Four hits in the inning. The big play was the bunt that was thrown into the outfield with a couple of runs scoring. There's a foul ball back to the screen. We'll do the 2-2 again. Had a sac fly by Bosserman. Double by Bard. Home run by Adams. Hutchison led the inning off with a base hit. 3-2 the count now on Pablo Sanchez. Way outside. So a base on balls. Runner at first base. McHargup, he's got a couple strikeouts and a couple of hit by pitch in this game. There's a swing and fouled that one out of play. Ball just got away from the catcher, so Sanchez goes to second on the pass ball. McHarg, the left fielder, in on the left-handed side. Turned on that one, but turned on it a little too early to keep it fair. One ball, 2 strikes. Blue Devil has retaken the lead 14-10 in the bottom of the 7th. There's a ground ball at the first baseman, gets a big hop. Campbell grabs it, tosses it to Feltman for the out. The Blue Devils get 5 runs on 4 hits. And we go to the top half of the 8th inning with the Blue Devils back in front, 14-10. Stick around. We got a good one. If you haven't subscribed, be sure to do so. Give us a thumbs up. I appreciate you watching. All right, to the top of the 8th we go. Been a seesaw battle here. Back to the top of the order. Zacco, Long, and Skaggs. Zacco with 2 strikeouts, an RBI double, and a 2-run home run to his credit in this game. He's playing third base, caught the first game. There's a foul ball over the first base dugout and out of play. A little bit low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ugly Aloro back to the mound. Outside. 2-1. Swing and a miss of that pitch right through there. Ran it right by him. 2 balls, 2 strikes. There's a base hit into the left field corner. Extra bases for the third baseman, Zacco. That's going to bring up Long. Long's been called out on strikes, had an RBI double, and then a couple of walks. He'll be up there with a runner at second base and nobody out. Nicely blocked by the catcher, Buffington. Buffington came in during the pinch hit for defense after Brock Stewart. There's a swing and a miss. There's a swing and a miss, makes it 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. Lead off double by the third baseman, Zacco. 2-2 the count. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. That's going to bring up Skaggs. Skaggs has popped out a couple of times, grounded out to the first baseman, and had a 2-run home run to right field. He's up there with 1 out and a runner at second base. Foul ball. (14-10) lead here in the top half of the 8th. There's a little nubber out into shallow left field, and Dawson goes out and gets it for the second out of the inning. That's going to bring up Messenger. Messenger has popped out, walked, and had a couple of base hits, one of them for an RBI. Swing and a miss. That first pitch. Owen won the count on the catcher Peyton Messenger. There's a hard hit ground ball at Bard. Bard steps on first base. No runs on one hit for the Greyhounds. We go to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Blue Devils lead by 4. Stay with us. We got a good one. All right, here we go to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Colton Spencer from Midlothian, Texas, will come to the mound, a lefty. He will be scheduled to face Hutchison. Then Buffington, who came on after Lee Allen Jr. and the Brock Stewart pinch hit. Strike one called. Owen won the count on Palmer Hutchison. He's walked, grounded out, lined out to left field, and had a base hit to left field. He's up there leading off the bottom of the 8th for the Blue Devils. That misses outside. Two and one the count. It's outside. 3-1 the count on the third baseman, Palmer Hutchison. Ball 4, it's outside. So a leadoff walk issued to Hutchison. That's going to bring up Buffington. He caught the first game. He came in to catch in the 7th inning. There's a strike right through there. Way outside, 1-1 the count. In the dirt, nicely blocked by the catcher Messenger. Spencer, the 4th pitcher used by the Greyhounds. Throw over to first. Nothing going on over there. Back in safely is Hutchison. He was issued the leadoff walk by Colton Spencer. Three and one the count. There's a strike right through there. So 3-2 the count on Buffington. Buffington was 1 for 3 in the first game. I missed what happened there. Was it just a ball or did it hit him? It hit him, hit by a pitch. I was looking to see what he did in the first game and missed it. So that's going to bring up Freeman. Freeman's going to be up there. Freeman's going to be up there with runners at first and second, nobody out. Tries to lay down a bunt and fouls it back to the screen. His last bunt, they tried to get the runner at third, threw it into the outfield, 2 runs scored, and he ran all the way to third base before Coach finally shut him down. Lefty versus lefty here. Spencer a lefty on in relief. There's the bunt. Gonna throw a one hopper. 1 run's gonna score. Pardon, that's gonna be a bunt hit. So a bunt hit, then an error. Going to get the pitching change. The Blue Devils score another run. We'll get the pitching change and then we'll be back. All right, Peyton Medeiros. He's from Edmond, Oklahoma. He's going to come in relief for the Greyhounds. Back to the top of the order is Dawson. He's up there with nobody out and runners at second and third. There's a strike called outside corner. 0-1 the count. Runners at second and third. There's a ball headed into center field. And a sac fly for Dawson. So 16-10. It's going to bring up Bosserman. Runner at third. There's a strike right through there. Bosserman has a triple and a double, a couple strikeouts, and a sac fly. Sac fly in the seventh inning. In at the grass, there's a wild pitch. Is going to allow Freeman to score. It's going to make it 17. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. It's a ball headed into center field. It's going to be taken care of by Skaggs for the second out of the inning. So that's going to bring up Bard. Bard has a sac fly, a couple of fly outs, a walk, and a double his last at bat. He'll step in with 2 outs. Catcher glove broke. Tucker, number 4 son, who helped with the team up here while Tanner was playing, brought a glove catcher's mitt home to me the other day for me to do. I've restrung gloves forever and love working at it, but I hadn't done one in a while. But enjoy that type of a thing. There's a foul back and out of play. But usually when that glove laces up, need to get it fixed to turn around because guys like their gloves. They don't like to change to other gloves. There's a ball headed to deep left field, and that is going to be up against the fence, and another double off the fence in left field for Bard. That's going to bring up Adams. Adams will step in with a runner at second base and 2 outs. Adams has a ground out, been called out on strikes twice, and then he followed it up with 2 home runs, a solo and a 2-run shot. Bard at second base now. Adams takes the first pitch, a ball. Blue Devils with a 17-10 lead here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 3 runs in the inning. It's outside. Oh, called a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. I know, Jace, he's been calling that one about as often as not. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Off the fist, back into the net. 1-2 the count. Caleb Adams, the center fielder, he's up there with 2 outs, a runner in scoring position with Bard. Blue Devils up 17-10. That's in the dirt. Runner's going to go to third and be safe. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Ball kicked away from the catcher just far enough, and Bard, when he saw it being very far away at all, took right off. Way outside. That's going to be a wild pitch for a run. It's going to make it 18-10. Foul ball back to the screen. We'll do the 3-2 again. Outside ball 4. So Adams with the base on balls. It's going to bring up Sanchez. Sanchez will step in with 2 outs. He has 2 doubles, a single, a pop out, and a walk. Single had a couple of RBI. Takes ball 1, 1-0 the count. Strike called. Curveball catches the corner somehow. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Breaking ball fouled back and out of play. One ball, 2 strikes, the count. This one has gone over 3. There's a ground ball up the middle. And a 6-4 from Wilson to Long. 4 runs in the inning. Blue Devils take an 18-10 lead. They need 3 outs. Greyhounds need a bunch of runs. Stay with us. We'll be back. Top of the ninth inning, Blue Devils leading 18-10. Holt, Wilson, Clark scheduled up for the Greyhounds. Uglialoro back for another inning of work. Outside ball 2. 2-0 the count. Hey, let's throw strikes here. They need a bunch. 18-10. That's up high. There's a strike right through there. 3-1 the count. All the way back. Make him put it in play. Here comes the 3-1. It's ball 4. So a leadoff walk issued to a pinch hitter that I missed. That was Ethan Lopez. Ethan Lopez with the pinch hit and walked. There's a strike called. Austin Neal from Claremore, Oklahoma, with the pinch hit. There's a strike 2 called. It's outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count. Top of the ninth inning action. Blue Devils lead 18-10. That's way outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Leadoff walk issued to Lopez, the pinch hitter. Lopez is from Independence, Missouri. There's a strike called for the out. Ryan Lautz from Lawrence, Kansas will pinch hit. Takes ball 1. There's a strike called. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. Greyhounds down to their last 2 outs for this one. They need 8 to keep it going. It's outside. Two balls and a strike. Foul ball. Outside. I guess we missed a ball somewhere in there, did we, Jace?
I guess. I don't know where.
Coach Goldbeck going to make a trip to the mound. 1 out, runners at first and second. We're going to get a change in pitchers. We'll get that change and we'll be back. Blue Devils with the pitching change. Joseph Reyes from Barceloneta, Puerto Rico, will come in. One out. I have somehow made a mistake here because I show it should be a different batter than this hitter who is.
This is number 13. This is the pinch hitter earlier.
No, he was the designated hitter this whole game. But I don't show Matt Campbell as having hit, but maybe I missed one. So Grant Jones, the designated hitter, is up.
Number 20 is on first base. He just walked.
That was Louts. And I had the two pinch hitters. We have one out. Neil Lopez walked, then Neil, then Louts. We'll stay with it, though. Stay with me. Bear with me here. A lot of changes. There's a strike called. 3-1 the count. The one thing I do know for sure, the Blue Devils are leading 8-10. One out with the runners at first and second for the Greyhounds. Double play ball here would get us done. There's a strike called, so 3-2 the count. I just heard one of the guys out in front of us that are keeping track of pitches saying throw a 2-ball here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and an out. The flung that foul ball over toward the bullpen area for the Blue Devils. So we'll do the 3-2 again. Three balls, 2 strikes, and an out. Fly ball headed into center field. It's going to be a base hit. It's going to load up the bases. So a pinch hitter. Sam Stroth from Conway, Arkansas, will step in with the bases loaded and one out. Swing and a miss of the first pitch. Owen won the count on Stroth. Strike two. Breaking pitch outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Stroth was not chasing. There's a ball headed into left field. It's going to score a run. So an RBI base hit for Stroth. That's going to make it 18-11. Another pinch hitter. Joe Riccio from Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin. There's a hit by a pitch. (18-12) now. Lucas McCain will hit. Takes ball one. There's a strike right through there, but 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bases full of Greyhounds. Outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Strike 3 called. So that's going to bring up Peyton Messenger. Messenger's been the catcher of this second game. He's had a couple of base hits, a walk, a ground out to first base unassisted. So down to the last out are the Greyhounds. Ball 2. Strike called. 2 balls and a strike. Joseph Reyes on in relief. 2-1 the count. Pop up back and out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runs in the inning. It's outside. 3-2 the count. Runners will be off with the pitch. High fly ball into shallow center field. Coming on to take care of that is Adams for the final out of the inning. The Blue Devils take the second one. 18-10. 18-12 is the final. The Blue Devils take the first 2. Here we'll be traveling down to Fort Scott on Saturday. I will plan to bring you something. If internet's good enough, we'll stream it. If it's not good enough, I will get you an audio broadcast. The link will be out there. So the Blue Devils take 2 today. The first one 11-8 in 7. They take this one 18-12 in 9. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening. We'll see you and talk to you on Saturday.